Hey y'all, welcome back to Simple Grace Old Home. My name is Angie, and today we are preparing for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're picking up chicks, so today we are picking up everything that we need to brood our chicks until they get larger and they'll want a coop. Alright, we're actually gonna go to Tractor Supply because I'm familiar with them. I'm not as familiar with the other local places around here, but in Virginia there's Tractor Supply, so I generally know what they have. So, alright, here we go. While we're driving, we can talk about things that we need to have a setup for brand new chicks. Let's see. You need their heat lamps. You need some type of brooding area, which is where you keep them isolated and warm. So, you know, you can build a box, or some people use Tupperware bins, or there are even these collapsible plastic things that fold out into different shapes, like rectangles, hexagons. We do have one of those. We've used Tupperware before. This year, because I'm getting more, I'm gonna get something different. Let's see what else. So, a brooder, something to hold them. Heat lamps. You need some type of water and food containers. You don't want the water container to be just an open bowl of water. You want it to be something, well, it's good to have something the water can trickle down into, but you need to make sure that there's like some pebbles or something in the bottom of it, because chicks can drown. So you want to make sure that they can't just like go in there and fall into the water, basically. And even like a shallow bit of water they can drown in. So again, even if you have a small water, what I think the smallest one I've seen is a quart with the red base and the plastic holder for the water. I think even that one, you still need pebbles in it. I mean, there's not that much water in that base for them to drink out of, but it's still enough to drown the chick. So, and a feeder. I personally think that the long trays, those are best for chicks. It just gives them all room instead of them fighting for their food. There's openings on both sides, and they're pretty, I don't know how much, probably 10 holes on each side, so that's like 20 openings. Anyways, the point is it gives them room to spread out and eat their food instead of everybody fighting for a smaller area. You need some type of bedding, because you're going to have to change that often. Pine shavings work. I've seen people use shredded newspaper. Just something to make sure you can clean it out and keep their hygiene good. Let's see. And food, obviously. You need some food. Yeah, that's really kind of it. You need heat lamps, brooder, water with some pebbles or something in the bottom of it so they won't drown in it, feeder, food, and bedding. And also, this is really important, you need to make sure, yes, okay baby, you need to make sure that your heat lamp's not too close to the chicks or too far away. There is a good middle. If they are running away from the heat lamp, they're not going near it, then it's probably too close. So you need to raise it a little bit, and if they are all huddled together right underneath it, it might be too far away. So finding that middle ground where it's kind of keeping the majority of the area warm enough for them to all kind of just be okay, kind of what you're looking for. If you have a really large brooder, you need to make sure you have more than one heat lamp, because one heat lamp can only heat so much space and keep so many chicks warm. So, for example, if you went to Tractor Supply and you looked at their setup and they have tons of chicks in there, right? Well, they have more than one heat lamp. They have one heat lamp on each side. So we actually will probably really do that because we're getting almost 50 tomorrow, and I'm going to separate them, right? So half and half into 2 large ones, and I'll have a heat lamp on each side. I only have 2 right now. Technically I have 3, but we keep one in our well, so we don't want to take that away, just to be safe in case we do have another freeze. So we're gonna get 2 more today. I have waters, so I actually just need to make sure I get another feeder. I'm gonna look for a different brooders, since we are getting so many and we haven't gotten this many before. So I'm gonna get a different brooder, 2 brooders or something to put them in, and 2 more heat lamps, and I need another food tray. But we have enough waters. We have 1 tray. And we'll get more bedding. We'll get pine shavings. We do have some still, but we're gonna go through it, so we're gonna get some more. Tractor Supply is about 40 minutes from our house, so it's a nice drive for us. And typically we spend that time either singing songs that Tulip loves or talking on the phone. Or she takes a nap. Right now she looks like she might already be ready for a nap. And her nap time's in about 20 minutes, so it works out good for me. And London's already sleeping, so woohoo. Alright, we're looking forward to getting our chicks tomorrow. I'm super excited. I thought my pickup date was today, but I called this morning, and it's actually tomorrow. The hatching day is today, and pickup's tomorrow. So we're getting a bunch of chicks. So I went to Tractor Supply. I shifted gears a little bit, which is always happening, right? But I have everything I need for tomorrow. So first thing in the morning, I'll be going to get the chicks. They open at 8. It's an hour and 15-minute drive from my home. And so this is the setup we have, okay? So I actually decided to get these galvanized, what are they called? Galvanized stock tanks. They're actually 2 different sizes because, well, both of them wouldn't fit in my vehicle with all the other stuff I picked up today. So this second one actually fits inside this one. But oddly enough, they're the same price. So not a big deal, right? So like we previously discussed, important items would be the brooding lamps, the heat lamps. So I have 4 because it's kind of big. So I might only end up needing 2. And if that's the case, then I'll just take 1 off each one. Containers for food and water, which I only need another one of these, so we got that. And if you see, I do have pebbles down here in the water, so, and I'm throwing pine shavings in. So pebbles, water containers, that's the pine shavings, and then I actually, to be prepared, I have more feed and shavings. Actually down here, I actually have a chicken plucker down here for eventually. This is kind of my storage room. You can just see my crazy mess. All my candy jars I've been collecting, since we all know how hard they are to find right now. And some gardening items that to start my seedlings. But here's the setup. Tomorrow we'll be getting some chicks. Woohoo! Well, I've got my chicks. Went all the way to Lebanon, Missouri to Cackle Hatchery. I will make sure to put that in the comments below. And got our chicks, and they're so cute, of course, because as all baby animals are. They're adorable. And I'll show you what we got here. Okay. So in here we have, these are all the hens, and we have 2 roosters. So if you can kind of tell the difference. So these are going to be, these little ones, these are Buff Orpingtons. Hey there, pretty. So we got 4 of those. They give us an extra. They're really good about making sure to give you extra chicks in case something happens to them on your way home. And if you're shipping or picking up, either way they do it. So Buff Orpingtons. Here we have, this one's barred rock. So these will, when they feather out, they'll be black and white. And this one's an Easter egger. But there's two colors in Easter egger. So this one and then this one. This one actually might be a male. No, that one's not the male. So we got 6 barred rock, 1 rooster. So 6 hens, 1 rooster. We got 4 buff Orpingtons, and then we got 6 Easter eggers, and 1 male Easter egger hens, and 1 male of the Easter egger, 1 rooster. So in total, we got, 19. We ordered only 16, 17, yeah, but we got 3 extras of the chicks, the hens. I'm assuming they're all hens. And then we got the 2 roosters. So in here is 21 in total. 19 hens, 2 roosters. And they all found their water, and they're doing really well about it. And some of them have found the food. But they seem to be pretty happy. They're running all over the place. I put the waters in the middle, as well as the food. Heat lamps around the sides. These little ones will be ready to go outside probably max 6 weeks. Well, I don't want to say max 6 weeks. Maybe I should say minimum 5 weeks. So anytime after 5 weeks, really, you're looking for their juvenile feathers to come in. So they're going to be feathering out. That way they can keep themselves warm if the temperatures, if it's too low for them. So here we are. And then these are all of our meat chickens, which are, like I told you before, they're not the typical meat birds. These actually mostly look like, well, I don't want to say mostly, but they look like there's quite a few of the buff Orpingtons. So these look like buff Orpingtons. And then there's a lighter one. Those lighter ones look like they could be, I don't know, maybe golden comets. I'm not actually sure. But the slightly, if you can see the slightly darker ones, there's a bunch right here, and then there's a lighter one here. So there's only 2 different colored ones. So I think that most of them are buff Orpingtons. The other ones could possibly, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't actually know which ones those are. They could be anything. I have no clue. A recap on what we need, right, for chicks. We need somewhere to brood. We need something to hold food and water. We need some type of pebbles to make sure they don't drown in the water. We need feed, brooding lamps with the lights. The brooding lamps and the light fixture themselves and the bulbs do not come together. They come separately. So you'll need both of those, and you'll need some type of bedding as well. And yes, there we go. Like I said, 5 to 6 weeks roughly they'll go outside, depending on their feathering. The guys, all the yellow birds, all the meat chickens, they will be going into a chicken tractor, and then the rest of them will be going into a coop. My intent is, obviously, like I said before, to build a chicken coop. So that's my plan. Even though recently I've been thinking about a different plan, because I do that a lot. My husband's very kind with me, patient. Oh, my baby's crying. Well, this is Angie from Simple Graceful at Home. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, please. And give me your tips. Do you have any tips on raising some cute little chicks? Do you have a preference? Do you insist that they should be the typical meat birds? What do you think? I actually read, because meat birds can have some, they can get too big too fast, and they can be falling over, all these kind of things that can sometimes be an issue. And so I heard that it can be better to have these. So I don't know. They were cheaper, and I was happy with that. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Thank you. No, over here. These we gotta hold. Because we're going to have these for a long time, hopefully. This one? Okay, okay. Hi. I got her hold 1 minute ago.
Wow, baby.
Wow. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice, yes ma'am. Pretty nice. There's another one. Can I show you a trick? You see how he's so nice like this? Well, this is a girl. Look. We turn upside down and we rub their belly. Yes. You rub the belly. Careful. Rub the belly. It'll make him go to sleep. Yeah, see? So calm.